can become an art. But once you witness the moments below, you'll understand why some call it a superpower. Imagine a multi-ton machine climbing a nearly vertical rocky slope, terrain where people need to cling tightly just to stay upright. But in the hands of a seasoned operator, every inch, every gear shift is precisely calculated. They don't just drive, they master gravity, turning the machine into an extension of their own body. A steel machine weighing tens of tons slowly climbs a rocky slope, so steep that a human must cling with hands and strain their legs just to ascend. But for the operator, the machine feels almost alive. Every press of the accelerator is precisely calculated. Every movement of the control lever is adjusted by the subtle vibration sensed through the seat. He doesn't look at control panels. He feels through instinct. As the wheels reach the edge of a rock, the bucket is lowered, planted like a third leg to balance the body. There is no room for error, no second chance. But he doesn't need one, because every action flows like muscle memory, as if the machine is part of his own limbs. The rocky slope isn't flat, it's jagged, unpredictable. Some parts are sharp, others slick like ice. Yet the machine moves forward step by step with unwavering certainty. Not too fast, not too slow, just in rhythm with the operator's heartbeat. As the rear track crosses a crevice, the bucket is already lowering to stabilize the body. The operator remains calm, quietly observing, as if each stone is already mapped in his memory. To him, this isn't a challenge. It's a stage to showcase the seamless fusion of man and machine. If anyone thinks driving up a slope is just a matter of throttle and levers, they've never seen this. A 70-degree incline, slick rocks, a drizzle in the air, and no rails for guidance. The operator doesn't rush. He pauses, senses the feedback through the steering column. The bucket is dropped at a precise angle, wedged into a crevice like an anchor. The tracks are adjusted to grip the side wall better. Then the ascent begins, slow, fluid, precise, as if solving a geometry puzzle in real time. When the machine finally stabilizes at the summit, no one sees just an operator. They see an artist, master of impossible gravity. Someone once asked, "How can you control such a massive machine up a cliff without fear?" The operator smiled, "Because I don't see it as a machine." To him, the excavator is no longer an external object. It's an extension of himself, like his hand, his leg, his extra eye. When the wheels slip a few centimeters, he feels it like a foot misstep. When the bucket leans, he knows how to level the chassis. No sensors needed, no warning alarms, just instinct honed by thousands of hours behind the controls, keeping everything in perfect sync for survival. At a remote quarry, a machine gently lowers its bucket, rotates at the perfect angle, and lifts a multi-ton boulder as if it were a pillow. But the impressive part isn't the strength, it's the precision. Each stone is placed exactly right, without a scratch or misalignment. These operators aren't just moving earth, they're sculpting the landscape. To most people, it's just an excavator at work. But if you watch closely, you'll see something more, a silent performance. As the operator lifts a stone from a crevice, pivots it with a precise twist, and lowers it without a sound, it feels less like construction and more like choreography. No broken rocks, no harsh clanks, just smooth, deliberate motion. In this gritty world of steel and stone, the operator is an artist, quietly reshaping the land with incredible finesse. Nobody expects a steel giant to have a gentle touch, but at this quarry, it does. The excavator's movements are graceful, deliberate. The bucket lowers like a hand brushing glass, lifts like a dancer's arm, and places each stone with elegance. Every shift in weight, every degree of tilt is controlled with mastery. There's no shouting, no alarms, just the quiet confidence of a skilled operator who understands that real strength lies in control. Sometimes 2 or 3 machines operate together in tight spaces, missing each other by mere inches. An excavator, a dozer, a trailer, all moving like choreographed dancers. It's not luck. It's thousands of hours of experience, coordination, and intuition from the humans behind the controls. In a site barely a few meters wide, 3 massive machines move as if performing a choreographed dance. One rotates its bucket to scoop dirt, another levels the ground, while a trailer backs into place at just the right time. The space between them is less than a hand's width, yet not a single collision. No shouting, no hand signals. Every move hits its beat like a rhythm. It's not luck. It's the result of years living with levers, pedals, and a spatial awareness sharper than a dancer's. You may never see their faces. They're hidden behind glass and steel. But what they do will leave you speechless. 3 machines, 3 paths, all in sync, never once crossing lines. Like musicians in an orchestra, each operator knows when to move, when to wait, and just how far is far enough. There's no coincidence here. Every maneuver is instinctual, drilled into memory over years. No yelling, no sweat dripping on the cab floor. Just pure focus and finesse that's nearly invisible to the untrained eye. There are scenes where it feels like you're watching edited footage. A bulldozer clears an entire area full of debris, tree stumps, and rocks in just a few minutes, without stopping once. The movement is smooth, intentional, and oddly satisfying. This isn't just cleanup, it's spatial design executed with mechanical finesse. Nothing surprises more than watching a heavy steel machine glide silently through a field of chaos, as if it were tidying up a bedroom. It clears branches, gathers rubble, reshapes uneven soil without a single misstep. Every blade drop and every reverse motion is meticulously calculated, not a stone out of place. The operator says nothing, but their every movement speaks volumes. This is skill, honed through sweat, mistakes, and time. This isn't just cleanup. It's a conversation with the terrain, and the machine is listening. Many assume operating a bulldozer is just about brute strength. Press the throttle and push. But faced with tangled roots, stubborn rocks, and swampy soil, you quickly realize sheer force won't do. The blade skims layer by layer, adjusting its angle with expert nuance to gather debris without scattering stones. This is no longer just a technical operation. It's a refined craft. Through every vibration of the controls, the operator feels the ground. And the outcome? A surface as neat and smooth as a polished table. Astonishingly clean, like it had been edited in post-production. In a plot of land strewn with waste, tree stumps, and broken rocks, most people would assume it'd take hours and a whole crew to clean up. But then a single machine rolls in. Its blade lowers as gently as a bird landing. No roaring chaos, no dirt flying, just smooth, steady movements like a conductor guiding an orchestra. Minutes later, the chaos has transformed into a near-perfect flat surface. The operator isn't merely driving, they're reorganizing space, redrawing the ground with a unique sense of perception. This isn't just about using equipment, it's about merging with it. Operators don't just steer, they feel the terrain, anticipate movement, and respond like artists. Every swing of the arm, reverse maneuver, imbalance adjustment is done with a level of grace that feels like movie choreography. And by the end, there's only one thing left to say: I can't believe this is real.